It's time now for Weekend Winners. Thanks for joining us. We focus on Albion Park each and every Saturday night. This Saturday night, good program, 10 races. The highlight is going to be race 4 because you know why? The Inter-Dominion champ, the reigning Inter-Dominion champ, Leap to Fame, returns to action. He's getting set for a big interstate campaign, the Hunter Cup, Newcastle Mile, Miracle Mile, all going to plan, but he's back in action on Saturday night. Start time for his race is 7:15. So if you're in the local area, head down to Albion Park and cheer on the champ, Leap to Fame. But all in all, it's a good program. The support card is also very strong. In this edition of Weekend Winners, I'm going to speak with Chloe Butler and Pete McMullen. Chloe Butler now joins us to go through her book of drives on Saturday night, and she's jumped in the hot seat. Chloe, appreciate the time.
Thanks for having me, Chris.
Hey, we start with race 2. He's got to be one of the stable favourites. Windy Hill Wally, by my calculations, he came up as a 3-win horse. He's now won 14, so that's 11 for your stable. Where does he sit as far as popularity is concerned in the stable?
Yeah, we definitely all love him at home. You never know he's around. He's always a very quiet horse to have around. He's so easy. So yeah, he is a stable star.
Okay, and he's only a little fella as well.
Yeah, he is. There's not much of him.
So he's been a ripper since coming up and basing himself with you guys. His recent form is super. He's won 3 of his last 4. How do you think he lines up here on Saturday night?
Would have been a bit nicer if we drew a bit closer to the fence, as that's just how he likes to race. But yeah, I think we're sort of just going to have to go back and hope for the right card into the race and see what happens from there.
Okay. It looks like it's going to generate pressure. There's a few here that like to run the arm. So the faster the better early for Windy Hill Wally?
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Now, just on that last start, he was able to sit on the inside. He got the right run, and as you said, that's his pattern. But he was able to beat a pretty handy field there on that occasion. This is a good field as well on Saturday night, but there's no fluke about the way he's going.
No, exactly. And every time we put him up in that for grade above him, he just keeps improving every time. And yeah, we're really happy with him at the moment.
Okay. You started driving this horse when he first made his way up to Brisbane. You haven't been a regular partner of this horse, so it's probably been a little while since you've sat behind him.
Yeah, it was a shame. I lost my claim at the wrong time. So yeah, Nathan Rothwell's done a really good job on him, yeah, with the 5-point claim. So yeah, it's been good.
Okay. So is he a top 4 chance here with normal luck?
I definitely think so.
Okay. Well, that's Windy Hill Wally. Is in great form, chasing another win there on the weekend. What about race 4? This is the open class race. You're driving Deus Ex. You're up against Leap to Fame. But just looking at this front row, Deus Ex is clearly the fastest horse off that front line.
Yeah, he is. I don't think we're going to use his skate speed on Saturday night. He's coming into it fresh, and yeah, I think we're just going to look after him.
Okay. How's he come through the recent Inter-Dominion series?
Yeah, he couldn't be better. He's feeling really good at home and everything like that, so onwards and upwards.
Yeah, he performed really well in a lot of those heats.
Yeah, we couldn't have been happier, especially over the longer distance. We all know he loves the shorter trip, but yeah, the way he performed over the Inters, we couldn't have been happier.
Okay. So Leap to Fame's the number 1 seed in this race, no question about that. But Deus Ex, is he capable of hitting the line if you're going to drive in quite early?
Yeah, definitely. All we want him to do is find the line and be nice and strong in the concluding stages, so we'll be happy with that.
All right. Is there any sort of targets coming up for him, or you're just going to get him back to full fitness and then, keep looking at the free-for-alls?
I think we'll just keep ticking him over and look at the free-for-alls, and Dad might have something lined up, but I'm not 100% sure.
Okay. Let's go to race 7 here on Saturday night, Targaryen. This is a race that looks really suitable for him. He's the only runner off the second row. Hard to tell who's going to lead this race. There's a few there that can really fly early. But do you like this race for Targaryen?
I do. I think, yeah, he'll get a nice suck along the fence and be right in the finish.
All right. That last start, Effort went third. How did you grade that performance?
Oh, I think over the whole of the Inters, he's done an outstanding job. He's really surprised all of us. I know he got the right draws throughout the whole series, but yeah, to come out and done what he'd done, we couldn't have been happier.
All right. Who do you think might lead this race? Do you expect High Voltage to lead from Barrier 1? Do you think Beach Villa's got the speed to lead? How do you sort of see it playing out early?
I personally think Beach Villa could probably nearly get across. It's quicker than what everyone thinks it is.
Okay. Are you planning on staying on the fence, or are you looking at getting off as soon as you can?
No, I think I'll stay on the fence. I think that'll be the best spot in the race.
Okay, and he's got that lethal turn of speed, so even if he's 3 fence, he's still going to be thereabouts at the finish.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, all right, well, that's Targaryen. And then in the last race, this is the mare's race, Better Romance. She was a last start. When you sat behind her, she was really good on that occasion.
Yeah, she's going really good at the moment, actually.
Okay, so how does she measure up here? She's drawn gate 3. You've got a couple of nice mares to your outside and Sister Bliss, Sweet Miracle, but is Better Romance capable of going back-to-back?
It's a bit of a step up for her, but yeah, she always runs her honest race, so she'll definitely be thereabouts.
Are you going forward early here?
I think I might push forward for a little bit. I won't go too silly early, but I'll just see where I can land and hopefully I can get a good spot.
Okay, well, there are your drives on Saturday night. Which one are you most looking forward to?
I'm going to have to say Targaryen. He's a stable favourite.
Okay, race 7, number 8, we'll take the tip. Hey, Chloe, as always, appreciate the time and we'll see you trackside.
Thanks, Chris.
Leading driver Pete McMullen jumps in the hot seat to go through his book of drives on Saturday night, and he's with us now. Pete, appreciate the time.
No worries, Chris.
First race on Saturday night, Katacha Man. You've been sitting behind this guy at his past couple. Where's he at in your opinion?
He's got a bit of a mind of his own, but you know, his run 2 weeks ago was really good, and I think he's going to really enjoy being on the fence this week.
Okay, last week, busy finish. He finished 8th officially, but you were happy with that run?
Yeah, he just stalled on me a little bit, you know, by the 3/4, but he actually rallied in the straight. So, you know, he sort of wasn't done. He had a bit more there. So, you know, I think a bit more economic run this week on the fence. Yeah, he'll be, you know, a sharper horse for it.
All right, so this is not a bad draw for him then?
Oh, I don't think so. You know, I think he'll make him concentrate a bit better and hopefully race a bit better.
All right, well, that's race 1, Katacha Man. What about race 2 for your stable? Your wife, Chantel, Got to Go Milking is your drive. Did you have the choice here between the Tax Collector and Got to Go Milking?
Yeah, had the pick. You know, it was sort of hard to go past Got to Go Milk, and his last few have been excellent. So, you know, I went that way, and, you know, I think the draw will work out okay, although it's a backline draw, but... you know, yeah, on his run last week and the week before, you know, it was just hard to go past him.
Okay, both horses are in good form though.
Yeah, definitely. The other guy, the Tax Collector, you know, he's been racing really good, but he hasn't raced in about a month, so it'll be, you know, I think he's very forward. Yeah, just got to go milking a bit of race fitness in the last few weeks.
Okay, so with this race, there looks like there's going to be good front-end pressure here. Pacifico Dream, is he the class horse in your opinion?
Yeah, I think he is. You know, it's hard to sort of say he's not, but yeah, it looks like it's going to be a strong tempo, and you know, with a little bit of luck, I think we can sort of be finishing off well.
Okay, do you sort of have any sort of option of going to the fence, or you just want to sort of punch through as quickly as you can at the start?
Well, we've got options. You know, we can really weigh it up because, you know, just being there, we can sort of see what unfolds and sort of see how hard they go early and sort of weigh up whether we sort of look for inside runs or sort of look for a longer route.
Okay, race number 4, this is the Open. You're driving Romani. He's going really well, but this looks a gargantuan-sized task, taking on Leap to Fame.
Yeah, I think winning's probably out of the question there, but he is racing well, and you know, if you took Leap to Fame out of this race, it'd be a pretty even bunch of horses, and he'd probably be another chance, but I think we're going to be all chasing Larry home.
Yeah, but just with Romani, he really attacked the line last time out.
Yeah, he was really good. You know, he did a little bit early, and they went pretty quick time, and he sort of still finished off pretty strong. So, yeah, he's certainly racing well. He has been for a while, but yeah, it's just you know, this week's just going to be one of them weeks, I think.
Yeah, certainly looks like it. What about race 5? This is the first leg of the quaddie. One last roll. He was a winner on Wednesday night. Is there any reason why he can't go back-to-back?
No, he's actually racing really good. Obviously, he won Wednesday night and was really good. And last Saturday, he raced really good as well. So he is actually racing quite well and got the good draws. So if he happens to find himself in front with not too much pressure, he could actually give him something to chase.
Is the distance a query here for one last roll?
Oh, not really. He probably is better over short, but you know, I think it just comes down to, you know, the amount of pressure and how he sort of can do it.
Okay. As you said, he was very good last week against Bronski Zulu. The win certainly came as no surprise Wednesday night, so a good chance there, one last roll. What about race 6 for Ben Battle, Lulu Lucifer, mare that's in good form. She's won 2 of the last 3.
Yeah, a little bit of a jump up in grade here, but no, definitely racing well, and yeah, so she's got to be with a chance, I think.
Okay, this seems like it's a perfect draw for her as well. Gate 2, doesn't have to get too involved early and maintains that one wide position.
Yeah, I think it'll work out pretty good. You know, it should be nice and handy without doing too much, and you know, it's the sort of trip she needs.
Okay, Bronskita Light, is she probably the hardest to beat there?
Yeah, probably. She's racing really well. Yeah, but I think this man's probably up to it.
All right, race 9, Forgive Me, for Peter Gregg. She was a winner 4 starts ago. Is this a race that she can be prominent in?
Yeah, I think this is a sort of right sort of greater race for her. She can sort of pop up every now and then and run a really good race, and I think conditions are here to suit.
Okay. Gate speed. She can run the gate. Sort of looking at that front line, have you got sort of any early thoughts there, what you plan to do?
Personally, I think she's better if she doesn't sort of burn too hard early and then just sort of gets a spot. You know, and she's sort of drawn the middle of the line there, so it's going to be a little bit tricky, but you know, it is there if we need to use it, but you know, preferably not.
Okay, and the last race again for Peter Gregg. I'm a Beach Babe. She comes into this race as a last start winner. It's a step up, but winning form's good form.
Yeah, obviously it's quite a big step up, and you know, there's a few there that have been going really well, so she's probably up against a little bit, but her last win was you know, excellent, so you can't take nothing away from that.
Okay. Can she cross Grayson Aber? She can get off the gate pretty good, but do you sort of look at, you know, crossing Grayson Aber early?
I think we're still going to take a shot. If we can sort of find the fence, it's sort of going to be, you know, a big bonus. But you know, you've got to be careful when you're up in grade. You can't overdo it.
All right. Big book of drives on Saturday night. Which one are you most looking forward to?
Probably got to go Milken. I think he's sort of racing really well, so we'll see how he goes.
All right. Race 2, number 9. Got to go Milking. Pete, as always, appreciate the time. We'll see you trackside.
Cheers, eh?
A big thanks to both Chloe and Pete giving up their time and insights ahead of Saturday night's card. As I mentioned, 10 races. We start at 5:43. Looking for a best bet on the program, I think we can strike early. Race 2, I think number 5, Pacifico Dream, looks very well graded here. Drops back in grade, go forward type. If he finds the front, he's going to take a power of beating. So I'm keen on his chances. Race 2, number 5, Pacifico Dream. If you are gambling this weekend, please do so responsibly. We'll see you trackside at the Creek on Saturday night. We get underway at 5:43. Repeating, Leap to Fame steps out in race 4 at 7:15. We'll see you there.